this action from the Formula 1600s is proudly brought to you by Investchem. And the South African Superbike Championship is proudly brought to you by Liqui-Moly and their associate sponsors. We head to the Mother City, and what a welcome for these guys and girls who've all come out here to do battle once again in the National Extreme Motorsport Championships. We're picking up on action from the Investchem Formula 1600s first of all. And in this championship, Stuart White, overseas on international duties now full-time, leaves the mantle wide open. And the 200k up for grabs for that Mazda road to Indy is now hunted down by championship leader Scott Temple. Temple has gone well, but he's been pushed hard by a couple of youngsters who've made their way to the front end, including Andrew Rackstraw and Tiago Rebello. Tristan Nobriga makes a welcome return to Formula 1600s to take on the champion and the championship leader. Standing by now as they head off the line. A good start there from Scott Temple, and he's followed by Van Wheelie as they head towards turn 1 KFM corner. Andrew Rackstraw around the outside, race driver, SA man, and of course local man here looking to do damage. And Tiago Rebello getting a good start right behind Siyabonga Munkukwana as they go through turn 1. It's a nice start as well at the front end. Watch out for Donobriga. We go on board here with Gerard Keldernace a bit further back. He's fighting hard there with Schofield. And looks like it's going to be a bit of work there. In fact, that's not Schofield. That is Claudio Piazza Musso in Schofield's car. So apologies for that one, but he is absolutely hauling in that Investchem machine. And great to see the local man using local knowledge to get right up there. Gerard Keldernace followed very, very closely there. And you can see just how tough it's going to get. He is going to have to work hard because Gillespie is starting to close in on him. And it's Gillespie's had a bit of a turnaround in the season. He's gone a little bit further back in the field than what he'd like, but he's certainly looking like he's got something here today and is looking to get to the front end rapidly. Behind that, you've got Siyabonga Munkukwana. And Munkukwana pushing hard. He's in that mid-pack. But fifth place, we go on board with him right now, heading down the back straight for the first time. This is about 220 k's an hour. You can see absolutely everything she's got. And then down the gearbox into Cape Town corner. And hard braking required there. Donobriga up the inside of Geldernace, making a move there and making it stick. Great bit of driving. And Piazza Musso starting to come through there as well. Watch out for that battle as it starts to rage here in Cape Town. Nice start, but not quite where Tiago Rebello wants to be. We go on board with him as they go across the finish line to complete lap number 1. Rebello starting to close things down. He's looking at the front end and he wants to get up there with this little battle. And look at how Rackstraw, his good friend and rival, is going at it there with Scott Temple. The road to race man. Oh, and a little bit of running wide there from Rackstraw. Not what you want to be doing. You've got to try and keep it on the black stuff. It's very difficult to do when you're pushing as hard as these three drivers are. Van Wheelie just waiting to pick up the pieces there in third place. Out of G Energy corner now, the magnificent paint and hardware car of Van Wheelie pushing very, very hard. They go through the kink and now head into Damson. This is a very difficult corner to get right, particularly in a single-seater when you've got those wings and slicks working with you. The 5 car now starting to come into the play, and Andrew Schofield has got some big trouble. It's in the form of Tiago Rebello, and Rebello looks like he might have a go here. He's going to set things up and try and get into the slipstream out of Malmesbury onto that back straight away. As they get onto that back straight, watch for the slipstream now. Rebello's right in it. He comes right up and pulls out. Perfect timing. Is he good enough on the brakes though? As they get down there, he goes past Schofield. And Rebello's going to have to be very late on the brakes and try and run the high line around this banked corner here in Cape Town. He's got that high line to perfection. The two of them with enough room there to play, and that's great respective driving from both of those drivers. Look on from Schofield. Oh, I thought he might be able to squeeze him out, but he didn't. Rebello's through. He set it up from 4 corners back. He's up to 4th place, trying to close down on Van Wheelie. Van Wheelie's lost a little bit of ground to the 2 leaders. Here comes Siyabonga Munkukwana now, also looking for a chance to get through on Schofield, and I think he's just going to have to try and see if he can catch Schofield out. Schofield's been a bit rattled there by Rebello's move, and I think Munkukwana wants to do the same thing. Try and get him on the last bit. Here's Rackstraw. Look at how Andy is working behind the wheel here. You can see just how difficult it is to try and maintain the gaps there because of the wings and how they just force the downforce on the cars. You can't be too close. You've got to try and work it to perfection, and that's exactly what his good friend Rebello did this time around the last lap. Now they're going to try here between the top 2. And it's going to be Temple who's under threat. Ooh, and there's big threat coming. Andrew Rackstraw, I don't think he's close enough. He might not be able to get that slip from that far back. But he's going to definitely try something hard here as they get down. 6th gear you can see there on the clock, and here we go. Bang it down the gearbox into Cape Town. Look how tight it is. Scotty Temple just fending off the attack there from Rackstraw. This is a super battle. Road to race versus the RDSA car there. Oh, problems. The 5 car of Andrew Schofield's gone off. Maybe the pressure there from Munkukwana just got to him. Let's have a look and see. Here we go. On board with Andrew Schofield as they go into Malmesbury. Oh, he's locked it up. He's gone straight into the wall. Oh, that's a big one. That is a huge moment there. Let's have a look at it from the outside. There we go. Andrew Schofield just goes in. He's all on his own. It wasn't pressure from Munkukwana. Just made a mess up and goes in there and just slams straight in front of the CPM-CC machine. And that is not where you want to be crashing, particularly in a single-seater. You're probably going into that corner at about 150 k's an hour. A little bit further back, there's some nice battles. Alan Mayer and Zach Edwards fighting hard. The battle continues at the front, and Rackstraw's applying the pressure, but there's not enough time. He's gone left, he's gone right, he even tried to go through him, but it didn't work out. And Temple is going to hang on, only just to beat out the big attack from Andy Rackstraw. Scotty takes the win. Happy man about that. He's had to work hard for it, though. Looking in those rearview mirrors, you can see he's looking to see how far back Rackstraw was. There he is, alongside you. But what a great dice here for the first heat of the Investchem Formula 1600s. Confirmation of the results, Scott Temple taking it from Andrew Rackstraw. Nicholas Van Wheelie hung on for third place. Tiago Rebello couldn't catch him. Siabongo Monkonkwana finishes up in fifth, beating out Denobriga, Gillespie and Piazza Musso. Let's go down a pit lane with Laren Mew.
Andy, it was shaping up to be a great day. You had a great qualifying, and then there was a little matter of hitting the wall at 160 kilometers an hour.
It'll get your adrenaline up doing that. I had a great qualifying. Was a bit slow to start with yesterday and found time throughout the day. Managed to get fourth in qualifying, right behind Nick. And yeah, after start, wasn't on pace. And then yeah, going into Malmesbury, went to turn in. Couldn't really turn in. The car didn't want to turn in for me. I was on the brakes and pretty much just went straight. Switched everything off just before, and yeah, hit it pretty hard. So I think I'll be sore tomorrow morning.
Welcome back to Killarney International Raceway in Cape Town, and more action coming your way now from the Investchem Formula 1600s. But before that, a little interaction with the crowd, and they love being here. It's a massive, massive Western Province support here for the Killarney International Raceway, and particularly when we've got the Extreme Festival of National Motorsport. A couple of little changes for a few of the drivers. One man who'll be looking to capitalise on the pace that he got in the first race, getting the fastest lap in that first race, will be Andy Rackstraw. Nicholas Van Wheelie will be right there with him, and they're all trying to close down on Scott Temple, who took the first race win. On board here with Andy Rackstraw. Oh, there's a jump start. Oh, he's got that one a little bit wrong. He looks across, and I think he's realised that now he's going to have to put his head down and go. He closes over onto the right-hand side, and yes, there you go. Gets into turn one first, but Temple will realise that that was a jump start. He won't fend him off too hard. He's going to fight him and put the pressure on. Van Wheelie's already putting the pressure onto the back end of Temple. Behind that, Tiago Rebello with a good start up to fourth. Siop Monkonkwana up into five. Behind them, you can see as they tuck in there, Claudio Piazzamusso. Better start from Gillespie. Geldenace is there as well as they come through there. And Mark Laugh just behind that. Coming through the King for the first time and down towards Damps. Bit of pressure coming from the back there. Piazzamusso is definitely feeling it today. And loving the fact that he's got a chance to drive in Ian Schofield's Investchem car. And look how tight it is. That is just a steam train of Formula 1600s. Heading up into the Jaguar sweep and through Malmesbury onto that back straightaway. Further back, it's nice to see Zach Edwards with a slightly better start there. On board with Jared Geldenace, once again, the Abacus Divisions racing machine, heading down that back straightaway, trying to close down on Monkonkwana, who's just up ahead of him. Looking for an opportunity to do late braking. He's done that. He closes right in. Oh, he's gone a little bit too late. He's run a bit wide. He's off. Oh, Geldenace got it all out of shape there. Commentators curse there for Geldenace, but he's managed to keep it going. Hopefully he'll be able to get back on track. There's a little ledge he's going to have to worry about. Those cars are very low. And he just squeezes over the top. There you can see that's how the banking works. You see the nose. Oh, and there you go. A little bit out of shape as well for the LT. Lieutenant Colonel Alan Mayer got it completely wrong down into KFM corner. Let's have a look at that. That's Geldenace going off. As I said, just managing to get through the kiddie litter. And then he just tips it back on. There's another view here from on board. He just got the braking a little bit too late. Maybe some cold tyres there as well. He managed to get it back on track though, fortunately. Let's see how far up he gets. Monkonkwana continues to race in the mid-pack there. Closing down on Tiago Rebello. Behind them it's basically a race driver SA parade there, because you've got Claudio Piazzamusso behind his one compatriot, Monkonkwana, and right on his tail closing down is Gillespie. Gillespie wants at him, and he's certainly looking like he's got what it takes here in the second race. That is third place, man, and looks like, unfortunately, no answer there for Van Wheelie. But Van Wheelie is going to be probably thinking to himself, hang on a second. There's a long way to go in this championship. We've still got a lot of rounds to do. Third place is better than nothing. I know that there's a jump start there for the RDSA man, and he's now going to be settling for a potential second and second overall. Doesn't matter what happened. There's another hot lap coming in here and a potential second fastest lap coming out of Rackstraw. Wait till they cross the line to get confirmation of that, but it is very, very close here, and I think he might just score a couple of bonus points here for those fast laps. Temple in road to race and first race machine crosses the line right behind him, and he's now looking going, no, it doesn't matter. This man's got a jump start. He's going to get a 30-second penalty. I'll apply the pressure. If there's an opportunity, I'll get through, but I'm not going to apply too much and put myself under pressure. So it's good driving coming out of Scott Temple. Remember, he's a multiple champion in single-seaters, and he's already won a Formula 1600 and a Formula Volkswagen championship as well. So he knows what to do behind the wheel of these cars. Tiago Rebella still getting to grips with this machine, and he is really getting better and better every single time he climbs behind the wheel. Munkankwana has to be the same kind of maneuvering, and he has to try in this one to get through on Rebella, because it didn't work in the first one. Can he find something special? There you go. There's confirmation of that hot lap. And I think what Temple has done is he's rolled out. He doesn't have to apply the pressure onto the front end there. He knows second place is done and dusted. And there's a big gap down to Van Wheelie there for third place, which will eventually become first and second, as we know, with that jump start penalty. This is Andy Rackstraw thinking he's got the victory. But I think in that Arai helmet, he realizes it hasn't gone according to plan. As he comes down on the breakers now for the last time in a Cape Town corner, he's going to take the checkered flag. He's going to have the honour of winning the race, but unfortunately when he gets back into the pit lane, they're going to just announce that it didn't quite go according to plan. So coming to the line now for the final time, Scott Temple is going to be gifted this victory. Rackstraw's going to take the flag, and he's going to win things out here at his home track. Good drive. Just got to get that start right. Super stuff from Andy Rackstraw, and he'll be looking to come back in PE at the next round. Let's see what happens now on the confirmation of those results. Rackstraw did cross the line in first place, but he gets dropped all the way down into ninth, which means that Temple takes the win ahead of Van Wheelie. Rebello gets onto the podium ahead of Munkankwana. Gillespie wins out over Piazza Musso, and then it's Tristan Nobrega who beats out Alex Voss for the top 8. Let's head down in the pit lane and catch up with Larry.
Scott, congratulations. Your road to race, Formula 1600, was brilliant today.
Yeah, look, we had an awesome day. First, I must thank Matt Nash and the boys and obviously the sponsors. Without them, it wouldn't be possible. But, yeah, we had a great day. We pulled one out the hat this morning with a great qualifying. The car was perfect. Race 1, we managed nicely. I'm happy that Andy is going. You know, it's good to have some nice competition, and he's great to race. And then race 2, unfortunately, he made a little mistake off the line and jumped it, and you know, we grabbed it with both hands, and you know, we move forward. So we're happy to carry on with the winning streak, and we're putting our heads down and we're going for it big this year, you know. So let's see what the future brings.
Scott Temple extends his lead to 57 points over Van Wheelie and Rackstraw on 36 and 29 respectively. Munkankwana closing in there into 4th place with 20. Join us after the break as we head to the Liqui Moly SA SBK Championship here from Cape Town at the Killarney International Raceway.